To build anything that truly lasts, it takes time.
Very good morning to you first of all, and like you said, now traders were on that guard mode in yesterday's session as Trump rolled out these new tariff updates to the policy. Now S&P 500 that inched down about 0.07%, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite that added about 0.03%. On the other hand, we had the 30-stock Dow Jones Industrial Average, which lost nearly 0.5% in trade yesterday. Now, all of these moves are coming as Trump has said in a Truth Social post that there would be no change or extension on the raft of duties that he's announced on those nations, which include Japan and South Korea. The new tariff rates range between 25% and 40% and are set to begin on August 1st. Now, Trump is like you just mentioned, Trump has also announced 50% levy on copper imports and hinted that further sector-specific tariffs will be announced soon. He has also threatened the 200% tariff on pharmaceuticals that are imported into the US, but he has said that he will give people about a year and a half until the duties go into effect. Apart from that, all that we'll be watching out for today, the traders will be monitoring the release of FOMC minutes from his last meeting, and that's how the global setup is looking like when it comes to the Wall Street. But Ashesha, how are commodity markets reacting to all those announcements?
The most important impact will be on the copper market because of the announcement that came in from US President Donald Trump. In fact, copper futures on COMEX yesterday at one point in time rose as much as 17% before cooling off, and they ended nearly 12 to 13% higher for yesterday's trading session. On the flip side though, copper futures on LME declined yesterday, and today also LME futures of copper are trading with a cut of nearly 1 to 1.5% as we speak. But let's talk about the oil and the gold market, and first up, oil is snapping its 2-day gaining streak. It is now sitting with a cut of nearly 0.3% as we speak, and it is trading near that $70 per barrel mark. Several news pieces for the oil market, and the most important one today morning being the rise in US inventories. Now remember, US inventories rose by about 7.1 million barrels last week. Now this is the highest that we have seen since January this year. So inventory pile up in the United States is weighing heavy on the oil market. And that is precisely the reason Brent crude is sitting with a cut of nearly 0.3% as we speak. But let's also talk about the yellow metal then. Gold is sitting with a cut of nearly 0.1%. In fact, it's absolutely flat as we speak. It's snapped that 2-day losing streak. And several news pieces over here as well. Safe haven buying, which we have seen over the last few years, now seems to be receding. As Trump has proposed 200% tariffs on pharma, that factor will continue to weigh heavy on safe haven market going forward, and that continues to impact the gold market as well. So we haven't seen much action on the yellow metal and on oil market, but copper continues to remain in focus today. Kanishka.